What better way to kick off Derby Week than to have Louisville and Lexington face off in Freedom Hall? And that they did when the 3-1 Lexington Horsemen came to town to take on the 2-2 Louisville Fire in the inaugural War on 64. For the penalty-prone Louisville Fire, it looked like the game was starting like the last two. The Fire were called for holding after receiving the opening kickoff. Well, the opening drive made for some opening fireworks when wide receiver Ricardo Lenhart went over the wall on a failed touchdown attempt. The Fire weren't able to convert, leaving many to wonder if Louisville was going to go 0-3 and starting the season 2-0. On the following possession, it was Lexington's turn to strike first. Facing first and goal from the Fire 9-yard line, it was 4 straight Eddie Evanston incomplete passes that left the score 0-0. With just 3 total possessions combined in the first quarter, this was still anyone's game. Louisville started the second quarter driving from the Horsemen 10-yard line with third-year AF2 vet Aaron Marshall throwing an incomplete pass to Ricardo Lenhart, forcing the Danny Kite field goal. One of AF2's most accurate kickers, Danny missed the attempt, but the ball was recovered by Jerome Jones to score a touchdown and put the Fire up 6-0. And this time, Danny Kite put the ball through for a 7-0 Fire lead. The Horsemen would respond when Lexington's William Mulder returned the kickoff 29 yards, putting Lexington in a nice position to tie the game. Taking just 2 plays, it was Eddie Evanston's 24-yard pass to Harry Lewis to put the Horsemen within 1 after kicker Douglas Dennis's point-after attempt failed. The Fire, unable to return the ensuing kickoff, started their next drive at their own 5-yard line. Ironically, it was AF2's leading rusher, quarterback Matt Bassiner, who completed a 21-yard pass to Darrell Holmes that put Louisville into position to score. Following a holding penalty and an incomplete pass, it was Bassiner's 29-yard pass to Ricardo Lenhart that put the Fire up 14-6. Wide receiver Ricardo Lenhart is in his rookie season with the Louisville Fire out of Otterbein College. And how is he adjusting to the arena game?
It's a whole new game. I'm just loving it. You know, I've been out of football for a little while. I just love being back in the game. Even though it's an indoor game, I'm adjusting to it well. It's a whole new dimension to the field, routes, everything. You know, I'm grasping it pretty well. It's just fun.
After a failed field goal attempt by Lexington, the Fire regained possession, and it was the Fire big man Demetrius Forney who took it in from the 3-yard line. And following a Danny Kite kick, the Fire started pulling away up 21-6. The Horsemen responded when Eddie Evanston hit Harry Lewis for the second time, and following a failed 2-point conversion attempt, the Fire lead was cut to 9, 21-12. But it would be Matt Bassiner and Ricardo Lenhart connecting again on a 6-yard strike, and following Danny Kite's failed PAT, the Fire led 27-12 going into the second half. Needing a touchdown to stay in this game, Lexington responded when Jonathan Hawks returned the opening kickoff to the Fire's 16-yard line. Evanston found Jerron Rosane for the touchdown, and following Douglas Daniels' PAT, the Horsemen were within 8, 27-19. But it was all Louisville after that, as the Fire went on to win 61-34 when AF2's leading rusher, quarterback Matt Bassiner, rushed for 9 yards and the touchdown on the game's final score. I asked head coach Tommy Johnson what he took away from the win.
We tried to cut down on the penalties a little bit. Of course, the turnovers are huge. I think we only had 1 interception, and that was just Matt trying to make a play. But other than that, we did everything we could right. And when you do things right, you don't make mistakes, you see what the outcome can be.
When it was all said and done, it was Ricardo Lenhart being named Scott Offensive Player of the Game, catching 6 balls for 89 yards and 2 touchdowns. And quarterback Matt Bassiner earning PNC Bank Fire MVP honors, going 14 of 27 for 240 yards and 3 touchdowns. So what do the folks back home think of AF2's leading rusher?
I did a little interview with the local newspaper, and they're keeping up to date with my football exploits, all the places I've been on this football journey. At Georgetown, we always had these 7-on-7 matchups with the area schools. Like, we'd play Maryland, and we were always pretty good at that. And they're like, well, now you're a professional 7-on-7 quarterback. That's perfect for you.
Fans gathered after the game when Lexington owner Lenny House settled on a bet with Fire owner Will Wolford and had his head shaved clean in front of the Freedom Hall crowd. Coming to you from Louisville's Freedom Hall, I'm Scott Fitzgerald for LouisvilleFireFootball.com.